They loved their forest home. It was full of birches and birds and berries. They feared the lake. It was as huge as the sea, so vast they couldn't see the other side. But it was clear and cold and clean. And that summer day, the cubs were snoozing on the warm sand while their mother fished in the shallows. She was alone. She gazed out at the lake, at the cold, silent lake, and cried. Swim, little bears. Don't lose heart. I'm not much further. I'm waiting for you. She watched and called and waited through the day and through the night. She pulled her weary body up a high dune so she could see better. Through another day and another night, she waited. Through the autumn, through the winter, and through the spring, she waited. Through the seasons, one after another, she waited. She waited on her high dune, but her little bears never came. Little by little, and year after year, the warm sand blew over her body, gently blanketing her as she waited. And then, one day, the great Manitou, honoring her devoted vigil, gave up her two little cubs and lifted them from where they'd slipped under so long ago, to be deep green islands in the deep blue lake, warm and kissed by the sun, where their waiting mother could watch them from her high dune